Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Gadigal people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Joni Jones, it's Thursday, May 25. In Squiz Kids Today, calls for laws on social media, the world's most expensive ice cream, messages from outer space, and what's next for LeBron. That's what's making news kids style.
The lowdown.
You all would have heard your parents and teachers tell you to put down the iPad, put away the phone, and be careful on social media, right? Well, we don't do that to be mean. There is a really important and serious reason behind it. And yesterday, leading health experts in the United States issued a powerful plea, warning about the significant risks social media has on young people's mental health. Which means these apps can make you have negative feelings, like being upset, they can make you sad or worried. And even though almost every single teenager uses some form of social media, there are no laws controlling what can or cannot be posted on it. Nothing on social media is checked or approved, so anyone can post whatever they want. New research shows a pattern, namely that as the popularity of social media platforms rose, mental health problems experienced by young people also grew. And the report has called for lawmakers to help and for tech companies to restrict young people's access to social media. What's being done about this? In America, a growing number of states are tightening laws on TikTok. And in Utah, they passed a first-of-its-kind law where teenagers have a curfew on social media. That means all teens are not allowed to go online after a certain time. But right now, it's still parents and carers who are on the front line helping children and teens navigate the online world. Experts suggest creating tech-free zones in your home and no social media at night. So, at the risk of sounding like your mum or dad, if your parents or teachers tell you to put away the screens, there is a very good reason to do so.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Japan, where an ice cream company has released the world's most expensive ice cream. And when I mean expensive, it's through the roof with a crazy cost of almost $10,000 per scoop, putting it into the Guinness World Records no less. But it's not chocolate or vanilla or caramel, hokey pokey or strawberry. It has the pricey price tag because it uses rare ingredients. Get this, it is truffle from Italy, edible gold leaf, and 2 types of cheese. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Who would pay $10,000 for cheese and truffle ice cream? If they asked me 1 scoop or 2, I think I'd say, chocolate please. The ice cream company says it's rich in taste and texture. But come on, it's also rich in cost. And boy oh boy, what a disaster if you dropped it on the floor.
Spaced out.
If we got a message from aliens, would we know what they are saying? How would we know how to translate it? I mean, do you speak alien? The truth is, no one knows. So a team of scientists have asked the worldwide public, that means all of us, to help take part in a crazy experiment. These space scientists will send a fake alien message, so one they've made up themselves. It will be beamed from a spacecraft that is currently orbiting Mars down to 3 massive telescopes here on Earth. It's a top secret message, but in code. The reason is these scientists want to know how people like you and I, everyday people from all different backgrounds, would decode the message. Basically, it's practice. So if aliens do want to connect with us, we may have a better chance of working out what they're trying to say. The experiment is called a sign in space. Anyone wanting to try and interpret the message will have 6 weeks to send in your thoughts. I'll post a link to details of this experiment in your episode notes, just in case you want to have a go at translating the message yourself. Wouldn't it be funny comparing what you and your friends think the alien message says?
Sport time!
Here's a question. Is the king of basketball ready to give up his throne? Sports fans are worried that it could be the end of the LeBron James era after the American superstar yesterday hinted at retirement after his team's shock elimination from the NBA playoffs. LeBron James plays for the Los Angeles Lakers, who just lost terribly to the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers were the favourite team, but they were steamrolled by the Nuggets, losing 4 games in a row, sending the Lakers packing and the Nuggets through to the NBA Finals, which is the first time in history Denver has gone this far. So LeBron has just finished up his 20th year playing in the NBA, with basketball fans hoping it isn't his last, because if he sticks around for another 2 seasons, he may have the opportunity to play alongside his son, Bronny James. Bronny plays basketball for his university, which means he will be allowed to play in the NBA in 2024, which will be pretty cool seeing father and son on court together. As for the other basketball games, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics are duking it out for the last spot in the NBA Finals, and whichever of those teams advance to play the Denver Nuggets, the stage is set for a thrilling and unpredictable final series.
Time for the Squiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. True or false? Experts believe social media can have a negative effect on young people's mental health. It's true. Question 2. Can you name an unusual ingredient in the world's most expensive ice cream? You could have said truffle, gold leaf, or cheese. Question 3. What basketball team does LeBron James currently play for? It's the Los Angeles Lakers.
Shout outs!
It's May 25, International Plastic Free Day, so it's our chance to help the planet by ditching single-use plastics. That means using refillable water bottles and reusable Tupperware for food, all so we have less waste. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Amy from Plumpton, Dia from Hammondville, Julio from Cannon Hill, Georgia from Ruse, Nia from Hughesdale, Nellie from Tumbyumby, Alicia from Riverview, twins Elvio and Gabriel from Robertson, Guinevere from Kensington, Macy, Luca and Valentina from Sydney, Miles in Chiang Mai in Thailand, and Skylar listening all the way in France. Belated shout-outs go to Amilla from Millfield and Elizabeth, who is currently travelling around Australia. Classroom shout-outs go to Class 6B and Mr. Brown at the Springfield Anglican College, Class 2 Red and Miss Corcoran at All Saints Parish Primary School in Albany Creek, Year 5 with Miss Flannery at Holy Name Primary School in Forster, Class 3-4S and Miss Stratting at Nareem South Primary School, Class 3 Blue with Mrs. Morris and 2 blue with Mrs. Meldon at St Edward's Catholic Primary School in Daisy Hill. And lastly today to class 6MP with Mrs. Parsons at Woodcroft College. And don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and if you want a shout out, or if you want a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. That's all we've got time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have the most excellent day. Over and out.